One, two, one, two. All right, let's roll.
Welcome. You're listening to the Saddle Up Podcast,
where we discuss everything related to UTRGV athletics, past or present. We'll catch up with old teammates, friends, and take you down memory lane
with exclusive interviews.
This is the Saddle Up Podcast,
the voice of your covered walkway streets.
So dope.
This is gonna be awesome.
Stay tuned for new episodes every week.
From Bronx Village to the Fieldhouse,
we'll cover it all.
Hell yeah, dude. Carpe diem.
So saddle up and let's go.
Let's go. Saddle up, partner.
Hey guys, welcome to another great episode of Saddle Up Podcast. I'm your co-host Matt Palmquist. G, what's up, G?
What's going on, Matty P? Man, I'm excited. I'm so excited for this show, and I know I've said this before, but this is a whole different level of excitement.
Different level. G, tell them who we have this week.
Yes, we have the legendary UT Pan American Bronx basketball player, Mr. Chuy Guerra.
Chuy Guerra, welcome to the show. Chuy, how are you, sir?
Fine. Thank you for the invitation. I'm happy to be here with you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
G
sir.
G and I cannot stop smiling. I know we told you this off camera, but when we kind of envisioned doing this podcast, there was about 5 or 6 people that we had on a list of who we want to really tell the story and who we kind of wanted to have a building block from. And Chuy, you are one of those 5 people. So for you to be on the show, I got goosebumps.
Yeah, and it's crazy, Chuy, because we've had Pan American Bronx players on, and I don't know if you've watched some of the episodes, but your name, every time we talk about inspirations, every time we talk about someone they looked up to,
Valley Legends, yeah,
your name, Valley Legends, guys that played and we played with, they bring up your name. They bring up your name. They say, that was the guy. That was the guy that started it all for all the kids, growing up and thinking it, he did it. So yeah. I want to do it too. So yes.
Grateful for that, but I would like dedicate this podcast to my mom, my number one cheerleader. She didn't miss any games at Roma.
Yeah.
She didn't miss any games at Pan American University. She kept all the clippings in high school and in college and pictures.
Wow.
I know she would be, do I do it, Mom? You better do it. You better. So I'm here for other reasons also. So thank you for the invitation.
I love that you're dedicating, you shared that your mom recently passed, so our condolences, but is it safe to say that she would have been a fan of this show had she?
Only after Chewy was on. That's it.
Yeah, only after Chewy was on.
Yeah.
She would be right here.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So that was one of my questions to you, because you've been an inspiration to so many. That was my question. My next question was going to be, who is your inspiration? And you basically already told us. Yes. And yes. And so to piggyback on that, Chewy, what was it like? And we've always talked about this, Matt and I, for guys like you growing up in the Valley, what was it like to grow up in the Valley, to play high school basketball? You mentioned your mom never missed a game, and what were those days like leading up to, getting recruited to finally play at UT Pan American?
First of all, my parents got me a bike, and that bike went to the high school at that time in the 60s. No gym, a slab outside. Wow. And I would use the bike and watch the players at that time practice basketball. And there was a chain link fence, and I would see what they were doing. Went back home, and a neighbor had a basketball goal.
Yeah.
I came home. I want one of those, and they put one of those, and the backboard maybe this wide, maybe
Yeah, small.
the rim thin as could be.
Yeah.
The net will be even skinnier than laces. So I learned to use that backboard, that goal every afternoon. And the neighbors, my sister says this. She was doing on the grass, cutting the grass, and I was shooting baskets all afternoon. I don't remember that, but
Yeah.
I did spend a lot of hours right there at home playing basketball with our neighbors, older guys, younger guys, and no slab, dirt.
Just dirt.
And I learned to shoot to where it didn't hit the rim, because if I hit the rim, it would fold and even break. So I practiced that, and then it elevated to put a slab there. And then that, oh boy, I went to a different level.
Yeah.
You know, there was a
you
lot.
went to really work. You went to real work then, because then you can work on your ball handling.
Yeah. And then a gym came up in Roma in 1967, 68. And my bike was there. And we were one of because we played all games away in Roma.
Yeah.
And the coach from high school left, and a new coach came in when the gym was finished. And that man was Eleuterio Garza. He was at Brownsville. And came over, and he originally from Benavides, Texas. A parquet floor, the Boston Garden at that time. We were there 25 hours.
Oh,
more than, yeah, exactly. Never went to sleep, never went back home.
Yeah.
Forget about dinner.
And he taught us a lot of things, but he taught that kids from Roma could play, not only play, but could win.
I love
he
that.
Taught how to win. In my 3 years at the varsity, we won 90% of the games.
Yeah. Wow.
Went to state, went to regional finals, and I mean, over 100 games. He taught us to take pride from where we come from and who we represent, and that we could be, because only one team could go to the playoffs. He would say, I want to be number one. We want to be number one. And he prepared me to walk into Pan American and start as a freshman.
I love that.
That's amazing.
Brave. And my fellow teammates, I got the glory, but if it wasn't for them, and then I wouldn't be here. And I wouldn't.
That's right.
You know what's ironic, Chewy, is 2 of us on this podcast started as freshmen. So G.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Chewy? It's okay, right? Because, congratulations, Matt.
It is what it is. Sorry, G. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I love that story, and that leads me into the question that I was going to ask you, Chewy, was what was that like? You know, the recruiting type of the way recruiting happened. You know, obviously it's different now. Like, how did that happen? Who approached you from Pan American? Or obviously y'all were putting up score. I mean, getting them W's and putting up scores and winning games. Like, who approached you from Pan American, and how did you know you wanted to go to Pan Am?
Pan American would have games, tape delayed at 10:30 at night after the news. Ed Gomez, the guy, Channel 4, Channel 5. So my parents got me a small TV. At 10:30, I was seeing the games, all the games at home. And Fred Taylor, Kirk Brown, he had number 12. So I started to see that. And then when I was a senior, in 71, there was some things going on at Pan American, to the point that they were thinking of taking basketball or putting it to NAIA. And Coach Williams went to Roma, and he sat inside our home, and he 4-year scholarship.
Wow. How did he find out about you? Did like coach send them?
Well,
I mean, how did Mr. Garza? Well, how did Coach Garza help though? That's what I'm like, the high school coach.
Yes. I got a lot of letters, 45 letters from colleges, Maryland, Lefty Driesell.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm on the call with him. Well, I got John Lucas. Well, I understand.
Wow.
So that's one of the reporters in the Corpus area. When we'd go play the regional tournament at Kingsville, article that they want me to go to Missouri or Houston. In 1969, if I'm not mistaken, UCLA played and Houston beat them.
Yep. At the Astrodome. Yep.
And Guy Lewis was the coach.
That's right.
72, Guy Lewis was sitting in the gym in Roma High School.
No way. Wow.
It was the end of the recruiting. I had almost already made my decision. I hadn't made it close, but he came there and worked me out for a little bit. And it didn't happen, and that was fine. But he was there. Thank you.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yes. Again, my teammates, if we weren't winners or they wouldn't have looked at me. No.
Of course. Yeah.
No.
You're right.
I love that. I love that you obviously know it's a team effort.
Yes. Let me give you a stat, if I may.
Of course.
Yes, sir.
It's your show.
Our senior year, we averaged 78 points a game, 32 minutes. In the 14 district games, we averaged 92 points.
Wow.
Averaging 92. Wow.
So you see, my teammates were pretty good too.
Yeah. What did you average?
I didn't score 92.
What did you score? What were you averaging as a senior?
What were you averaging, Chewy?
About 26, 27.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, no wonder. There
That's
you go.
phenomenal. Yeah, back then that was unheard of, you know. So that even in a high school player now, that's that's really good. But back then, I mean, with no 3-point line, like it's remarkable.
Yeah,
yeah.
And at the start of the senior year, I had a teammate that was 6'5", and they invited. His name was Chuy Garcia, and he came. We went to the game. The Warriors were playing Phoenix, and there was a 7-footer from Weslaco, Tommy Barker, and his brother was 6'5". So third right here, and Wenche and Tommy Barker. Wenche was 6'5". Bruce Burke was 6'5", and Tommy Barker was 6. So they were trying to recruit us, probably the four of us. Wenche for 1 year. So, but then Coach Williams would call a lot to the house. Yeah, he would call a lot.
He just worked. He worked, huh? Trying to get,
And playing, envisioning when I would see those games on tape delay, I would envision that maybe one day I would be there. And I got there.
Yeah, and it manifested it.
Well, it was a chance. It was a chance for your loved ones to go watch you play because you were here in the area.
Yes. Yeah.
That is awesome.
I can't imagine how proud your mom was. You know, like, you know, you chose to stay home and play for the local university and just, you know, honor Roma. You know, that's your hometown. That's where it all started. But you're not just so much Roma, but you're honoring the Valley, right? Like, homegrown product stays at home, you know, and we've heard that story with like a Gay Valdez from Weslaco or a Lalo Rios from Edinburgh, right? But you were the first
Art
one
Castillo from
to really
Weslaco.
do it. Art Castillo from Weslaco. Like, you were one of the first ones to do it. And wow.
And by the same token, with the team, I played with Bruce King. He averaged 31. With Carlos McCullough, averaged 16 rebounds a game. With Marshall Rogers, that averaged 27 on his junior and 36 on his senior year. With Gilbert, John McDonough. I mean, I played with great players, and those three, and in 3 years, Coach Lemons got 55 and 16. In the last 2 years, we were 42 and 7. So
that's not,
so I played with good players, and I'm here because of their John McDowell, Gilbert King, Julius Howard, Marshall, all these guys. I wouldn't have done it with them.
Chewy, what was one of the and you know, during the show, we always, anytime we have an alumni that played sports, right? We always like to ask, what was your favorite memory during that time? I know that there's so many, and there were so many, you know, players that that you were inspired by, obviously your own teammates. But what was like your favorite player that you played with, and what's your favorite memory or favorite game that you'd like to share with people that are going to watch?
Who was my favorite player?
Has to be Marshall, no?
I learned that I had to give the ball to the guy that could put the ball in the rim. It couldn't be simpler than that. And Coach Lemons taught me that. And Marshall was my
he was the guy. He was the man, right?
And then I've got to say, John McDowell and Gilbert King. I mean, all these guys, and Bruce speak a lot, and I didn't speak a lot either. And Tree, Carlos, not a lot, but have to be Marshall. Here's one of the best things that happened is when we were juniors, 19-1, we were 15th in the country in the AP.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
In the country.
Yeah,
insane.
Who are some of the teams that that you all beat that you all played against?
Yeah.
My one of my best games was at Georgia Tech.
Wow, yeah.
Was about 24 points and 13 assists or something like that. And well, let me get back. One of the when Sports Illustrated came and spent 4 days with us. At that time, the closest university was Texas A&I, and now they play against Corpus Christi, right?
Mm-hmm. Right, correct. Yeah, beat Corpus. That's the motto.
Back then, for all those Texas A&I, I respect them. 121-80, something like that. We beat it in front of Sports Illustrated.
I love that. I love that, Chewy. I respect them, but we beat your butt.
and then we went to West Texas, and he went with us, and he put us on. We're on an article on Sports Illustrated. Yeah, so good.
That's like the equivalent of ESPN now, like making the ESPN highlights, man.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
Oh gosh, that's wow.
Yeah, I want. You know what we need to do? How do we get a copy of that? There has to be someone that's still, we can archive that, right, Matt? We can find a copy of that article in Sports Illustrated.
My mom has all of them.
Chewy, can you take a picture with your phone of the cover of the magazine?
Yes.
Oh, he's breaking it out on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
No, mind blown.
No, you don't have to do it right now, but later on, I'll give you my number off camera, and you can just take a picture and send it to me.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. Coach,
we lost you, Chewy.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, no, you can. You can send them just to take a picture of the cover like that, and then we'll be good, and we'll share it. That's amazing.
That's amazing, Chewy. It really is. Like, wow. I didn't even know that.
For making Sport Illustrated for the right reasons, not because Pan Am got in trouble for recruiting violations.
There we go. Yes, there we go. The best winning percentage in 1975 was Indiana, number 1, undefeated. The second, Pan American University.
Wow.
Now, was Bobby Knight at Indiana
was that Bobby
then?
Knight? Yeah.
22 to 22-2.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. But was that Bobby Knight, Chewy?
Yes.
Man.
Wow.
That's amazing. Like we
had a guest on not too long ago, Tim Smith, who is actually the weatherman at KRGV5, right? And you saw it. And he talked about Indiana getting beat by Pan Am in Hawaii when they had Isaiah Thomas.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
That was one of his favorite memories.
That was one of his favorite memories too, because he had no idea where the valley was until he came down here and was like, "Oh, this is where Pan Am is,"
Yeah.
That is insane. So, with obviously the campus, how often do you go back to campus? Do you do you go back at all?
I retired and came over here 10 years ago, and I started to, I was an administrator back home, but I would go to all our games, boys and girls, and So I to see to come over here to Pan Am here or there, rarely. But the past 10 years, I've got tickets to see the games here.
Nice. Well, G and I, we're announcing it now, but G and I are going to be on campus live in March for the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame ceremonies and all that good stuff. So we're definitely you're more than welcome to come and join us and hang out with us. And we would love to just hang out with you.
My intent to be there. And I spoke to Fred Taylor last year, and he's coming too. And so I intend to be there. Yes, sir.
Well, we can't wait. And Gabe, I believe Gabe Valdez is getting honored. I think he's getting into the Hall of Fame this year. So, yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations to him. Yes, sir.
Yes.
We're going to hang out with Chewy, G.
We'd love to take a picture of Gabe and Chewy with Saddle Up. That would be an awesome
that would be awesome
picture to post. Yeah. That
would be an amazing.
A lot of points scored in one picture. But I mean, we do have to include Matt in the picture because he's Saddle Up. But us guards, that could shoot it. At least there'll be 3 of them in that picture.
I mean, G's got 12 career points for Pan Am. So
we do, Chewy. He brings us up every episode, Chewy, that I scored 12 points my entire career. But I cheered this guy on for 3 seasons in a row. So he forgets about that. It took a village, right?
And now I cheer you on, man. I cheer you on. So it's that relationship, like you kind of talked about earlier, Chewy. You had success, but you defer to your teammates. It's because of your teammates that you were successful. And so I kid G about, his college career, but the reason why we're successful on the show is not because of anything I do. It's because of G, and I cheer him on.
We all know that. We all,
it works.
Yeah, we all
it
know. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious. But the real all-star is Chewy on here. And Chewy, we like to kind of have fun with, when you're okay. So first of all, when you were on campus or when you were playing, where were you living? Were you living on campus? Did they have in the dorms?
You were living in the dorms. They had Troxel Hall back then, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Dr. Troxel. He was one of the doctors. Yep. We were there. First floor.
First floor, man.
First floor. I don't know if it was the east or I don't know, but it was there.
It was first floor. Yeah.
In the summer, we went to apartments, but during the year, the 4 years, it was there.
Was it called the Palms? The apartments? Bosque?
No, Bosque, the Palms. Yeah.
But we stayed there and we ate there.
Oh wow!
What was your favorite place?
Huh?
What was your favorite place to eat around the area?
El Pato across the street.
Yes, sir. It's still there, no?
It's still there because during the break, we had to go eat somewhere, and
cafeteria closed,
and go walk over there. They started to give us spaghetti. Junior year, Marshall was there, and pregame, and Marshall says, "I'm not going to eat this anymore. I'm going to go Coach Lemons." He's averaging 27 points, 28. Okay.
Yeah.
You got some leverage. Yeah.
Coach, why can't we have steaks and potatoes next day? And every game, that's what we ate. Pre-game.
Steak and potatoes. So Chewy, you're probably going up to Marshall. Hey, ask him for this.
Hey, can we get some new shoes?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
ask him for this, Marshall. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit. That was an assist. That was an assist.
Assist. That's right.
Yeah. Hey, Marshall, you think we can get some lemon pepper chicken this game? So.
A lot of
Hey,
bugs.
Time he assisted.
yeah. So Chewy, I have a question. I mean, you're a legend, right? In the Valley, historical career, right? Hall of Famer. Do you watch a lot of basketball now, being retired? Do you watch the college basketball now or the NBA, mainly college basketball? Like, I kind of want to ask you what you think the state of college basketball is today versus obviously when you guys played.
Mm-hmm. I don't watch it as much as I used to.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the Spurs.
You love the Spurs, huh?
I don't watch them as much in the past 3 or 4 years. And we would be calling my mom, "Did you see Spurs? Did you?" 10:30, she would call me. "Did you see it? They won." I was asleep. They won.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it. Yeah.
I remember that.
Did the call from mom to the Spurs?
Coach Lemons had a way of making the game simple for us.
Mm-hmm.
And we would open up, pass the ball, move away or go send a screen over here or screen that guy. We didn't have plays.
A lot of set plays, yeah.
No, they would only. He gave me 1, 2. All right, what did 2 mean? The 2 guys would go to the top of the key. That was it. That was it. No plays. But he taught to cut and when to give them the ball. And as soon as they got it in shooting position, and they would shoot. And so I like that. He taught us some simplicity for everything, not only in basketball. And basketball college, I like to see Connecticut. I like to see North Carolina, Duke.
Oh, yes.
Our kids here at UTRGV, they hustle, they play hard. They just need to move a little bit more tougher, but they play hard.
I love that.
You're absolutely right. That is, yes, that's right. We need to Chewy, we need to catch a game together.
All right.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I'll let you know when the next, when I'm going to attend, and I'll kind of let you know to see if you can attend as well. I'd love to meet you in person and check out the game and really get down and dirty and scrutinize them in person. No, maybe yell at them from the sideline a little bit.
Yeah, I would like that.
Yes,
but
yes.
You know what, Chewy? We're running short on time, but I just want to tell you, I want to give you your flowers now, and you are a true legend of UT Pan American, UTRGV, of the university, and you are a treasure. And when we played, all we heard were stories of the great Chuy Guerra and what he contributed on those teams with his teammates, obviously, like Marshall Rogers, the stories of like Lucius Jackson and Otto Moore, right? But your name always was synonymous with those legendary stories. And for you to be on this show today and bless us, 2 guys with some simple show, this brings credibility and validity to our show. So thank you so much for taking the time out and being on the show.
Thank you so much. And I'm grateful for that. And I'll say it again. I'm here because a lot of guys, a lot of teammates and coaches, I'm blessed. Coach Garza, Sam Williams, Abe Lemons.
3 guys.
3 guys.
That was 3 guys that made a difference in your life. And that's why that's why coaches that do it the right way, that's why they do it. To inspire their students, to inspire their players. And you are an example of that. And thank you so much, Chewy. And before we close, I think, Chewy, you are so much fun. I want to do. We have 2 sponsors right now, Wing Barn and Jason's Deli, and I'd like to give you some gift cards if you do go through this speed round of questions. And
right.
the way, the way that it works, Chewy, the way that it works is I'm going to give you like a this or that, like which one you like better, and all you need to do is just there's no right or wrong answer. You just it's like a rapid fire question.
Yep.
And it's sponsored by Wing Barn and Jason's Deli. And when I see you at the game, I'm going to hook you up with some gift cards so you can take you and your loved ones to go and enjoy.
And here's the kicker though, Chewy.
Right.
After he gives you the gift certificates after the game, you got to take G too. That's kind of his stipulation. You got to use it.
No, you don't. You don't need to take me to. He always gives me a hard time, Chewy, because he lives in San Diego, so he thinks that I'm using all the gift cards that they give us, and I'm not. I'm actually giving it to our guests.
I'm messing with you. So go ahead, G.
All right,
here we go.
Okay. All right. Sharks or whales?
Sure.
All right. Fries or tater tots?
Right.
All right. Batman or Superman?
Superman.
Yes, sir. Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
How did I know you were going to say that, Chewy? Mustard or ketchup?
Mustard.
East or west?
West.
Starlight Burger or Whataburger?
Oh, gee, well, but way back when, Starlight. That's where we way
Shout
back.
out to Starlight Burger.
The beach or the mountains?
The beach.
Yes, sir. Peanut butter or jelly?
Peanut butter.
Last one. A layup or a three-pointer?
I made a lot of layups.
Yes, sir. 26 a game, baby.
Love it. I love it. Well, Chewy, you
Thank
are
you
welcome
so much
back.
for playing.
Yes, Chewy, you are welcome back anytime.
Hey.
You are a friend of the show. We'll anytime you want to holler at us, we'll give you our number after we're done recording. You can just holler at us, come on the show. We can talk basketball, whatever you want. But we look forward to seeing you in March, and God bless you, my friend. You are a treasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chewy.
And I'm gonna send that to your phone. Those pictures that sports created, and
please do, and we'll share them. All right.
Awesome. Go
right.
Bronx. Saddle up and V's up.
Like we weren't supposed to come up with something this clean, like something happened.